Good afternoon.
Afternoon.
Welcome back, Mr. Darboe.
Thank you.
I hope that you have had the chance to relax a little bit and enjoy TRRC lunch.
Yes, I do.
I would not say what it was, but I hope it was good.
It was good.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
We have seen a video of the junta's reaction immediately after the November 11 incident. And I have a few questions I want to ask you about that video.
Welcome.
At timestamp 0019 to 0024, a newspaper was captured on the screen, and this is what it has to say in the relevant paragraph that I'm going to quote. It says, quote, "It was the voice of the Vice Chairman, Lieutenant Sana Sabali, on Radio Gambia, apologizing to the residents of Bakau for the sleepless nights they had caused because of the shootings." In his radio statement, Sabali revealed that in the ensuing counter-operation to suppress the coup, some soldiers lost their lives, unquote. Do you know whether any soldiers were killed during fighting on November 11? During fighting.
What I would say, there was nothing like fighting. They were captured and massacred. We never fight.
Is it therefore your testimony that what is contained on that statement is false?
All is false. There was nothing like fighting.
Again, the video continued. It said, addressing the nation, quote, addressing the nation, the head of state, Lieutenant Yahya Jammeh, said the main objective of the plotters, according to some captured documents, was to install an all-military government. Was this true, as far as you know?
It's not true.
You were saying that Yahya Jammeh was lying when he said this.
They are all lying. They just say that to camouflage Gambians. But definitely there was nothing like fighting. As they entered inside Fajara barracks that morning, they start firing up, making noise. But they did not shoot at anybody and nobody shoot at them. Who were they fighting with? Which forces they were fighting with?
And at Yundum barracks, was there any exchange of fire?
If they opened fire there. But I will tell you, if there was fighting, we would have killed all of them. Because by that time, all the heavy arms was with us, Yundum barracks. There was no heavy arm at that place, at the State House. So I'm surprised if he said that during the fighting they killed soldiers. I don't know which fighting he's saying.
In the video, Yahya Jammeh said that all the weapons were moved to Fajara barracks, which was the headquarters of the coup plotters. Is that true?
Weapons were moved after November 11.
During November 11, where were the weapons?
Yundum barracks.
So
after November 11, they came to Yundum barracks, disarmed the barracks, transport all heavy weapons, some to the State House, some to Fajara.
Your testimony, therefore, is that Yahya Jammeh lied when he said
Yeah,
that.
of course, because it's not the truth. Soldiers know. Where was this weapon?
Also, at timestamp 2 minutes 5 seconds, Yahya Jammeh said as follows, quote, by 1 o'clock, they, referring to the coup plotters, had lined up people to shoot they had lined up the loyalists to shoot them. But the mistake they made was that they were brutalizing them, punishing them and asking them to crawl, drill them for 1 hour, subjecting them to all sorts of maltreatment, to the point that they decided to kill them. They lined them on the tar road, and they wanted to kill them, so they put the lights out to shoot them. These people escaped. One of them ran on foot all the way to Fajara and informed Sabali. Sabali was shocked when he saw his body. There were a lot of lacerations on his back. Unquote. Is that true?
Yeah, they were lined up not in Yundum barracks, but Fajara barracks.
No, listen to the statement.
Okay.
It said that the coup plotters lined up the loyalists at Fajara barracks.
No. That is blue lie. They are the one who line up these people, the coup plotters, to kill them, not the coup plotters. No. It's they themselves who line up these people to kill them, the juntas.
Your testimony, therefore, is that Yahya Jammeh lied yet
Yahya
again.
Jammeh is lying. He turned things.
The other significant thing he put in that article was the role of Bakari Darboe. I would not ask you questions about that because you are unlikely to know what happened there.
What I learned there was, after the events, November 11, 2 days after November 11, came Babukar Jatta to the barracks, Yundum barracks. Then we all fall in. He was briefing us. I heard him saying that, yes, these coup plotters were sponsored by some members of the former regime. Bakari Bunja Darboe is part of them. And Barot was offered $1 million from Bakari Darboe to overthrow this government. This was said by Babukar Jatta at Yundum barracks. Yes, they say Bibi Darboe paid to Barrow and his loyalists $1 million to overthrow Yahya Jammeh's government. This was said to us by Babukar Jatta.
During the events of November 11, some of the soldiers who were arrested, who were captured, you say were executed. What happened to the others?
The others, the following day, Sana was coming to finish them. Then Babukar Jatta, the former army commander, he was the one who stopped Sana around Abuko, between Abuko and Lamin. There he stopped Sana, and he told Sana that, Yahya Jammeh say you stop the execution. You go and answer to him. That is how Sana turned back to the State House.
How do you know that?
Babukar Jatta, he himself, he came up to the camp and told us.
What do you mean when you said Sana was coming to finish them? What do you mean by that statement?
He was coming to kill them, the rest, Kabare and others, Kopul Kamara, those who were taken to Mile 2. But because of Babukar Jatta, according to what he told us, he was the one who stopped Sana from continuing the execution.
Do you remember which soldiers were affected? Who were involved?
Kopul Kamara, Mfa, we used to call it Mfa. Ablai Darboe is a private. Lance Corporal Njai, former medic. Kopul Jallo, a medic. Katim Toure, he was a private soldier, but later he fled to Senegal. You know, with one private Mbalo. Yeah, there were many.
What eventually happened to them?
What happened was, after Babukar Jata stopping Sana, then the following night, around, it was early hours, first light, around 3 in the morning, then I even among those who escort the rest to the prison mile 2 that early morning. We put them inside the bus, early hours, and took the rest to mile 2.
Can you tell us what was their physical condition when they were being taken to mile 2?
Yeah, at that time they were okay, fit, nothing, unless maybe some of them who was suffering from serious torturing.
Can you tell us who, for instance?
You can see all Nyankabare Mfa.
Tell us
Kamara.
first about Nyankabare. What did you see on him?
Yeah, as you see marks on his back, because they were all naked, put on nothing. So you can easily see the beatings on their back by the military police at that time.
Who was in charge of the military police at the time?
It was Lieutenant Fraser Juf and Sergeant Famara Jassi.
Where is Sergeant Fraser Juf? Where is Lieutenant Fraser Juf at the
Fraser
moment?
Juf is late now, but
How
Sergeant Jassi, he is active. He is in active service as today. He was dismissed but later reinstated again.
Is it your testimony that that torture, evidence of which you saw on the backs of the likes of Sergeant Kabare, was meted out on them by the military police?
Yeah, and in fact, not Sergeant Kabare only, even those executed, they were tortured before being killed. They were first tortured before being killed in Yundum Barracks at the military police headquarters. They were all beaten seriously.
And the group that you took to mile 2, they were also beaten?
They were all soldiers, no civilians.
They were also beaten?
Sorry?
They were also tortured?
Yes, of course.
And tell us what happened. How was it organized to take them to mile 2? Who gave the order? Do you know?
No, I don't know who gave the orders, but my own understanding must be given by the juntas, because that time they were in charge.
How did you come to be involved?
Yes, as I was there on duties, around 3 o'clock, they came to the QRF. We have a place that we call the QRF.
What does QRF stand
Quick
for?
Reaction Forces. Used to be kept there. They used to stay there, well armed, equipped, armed, standby. They came there and wake us, pick some of us to escort these soldiers to mile 2.
And can you tell us who came to the barracks and asked you to take these
No, I don't know who
persons
exactly came, but the order was passing to us. RSM Sanyang was there, Papu was there, the late Captain Durcham too was there.
And were they eventually taken to mile 2?
Yeah, straight away, yes, that early hours of the morning.
And do you know what eventually happened to these people?
After being taken to mile 2, they were locked up there. Then we turned back, come back to the barracks. From there, I don't know what happens to them.
Did you happen to see any one of them again in life?
Yes, yes. I used to go on duties, mile 2.
In mile 2?
Yes, I used to see them. where they were confined many times.
Do you know whether they were tried for any offenses?
No, they make no offense. They make no offense. Some of them were not tried.
Do you know whether any of them were tried? Was there a court martial?
Yes, at Fajara barracks.
And do you know what was the outcome? Do you know what was the outcome of the court martial?
Not very well, because I was not following the court martial case.
Do you know whether any of them was sentenced to imprisonment?
Yeah, Nyankabare, Sergeant Nyankabare, Kopul Jalo, applied Darboe, all these people serve nothing less than 9 years in the prison, Kopul Kamara.
And you continued your service in the army, correct?
Yes, I continue my service in the army.
Can you tell us where were you posted in 1995?
I was in Yundum Barracks.
You felt at this time, how did you feel about the killing of your colleagues?
Yeah, I definitely felt it. Until it went up to an extent, I went to the toilet and I wrote there that the juntas, we are coming for you and we will revenge for this killing. You people kill our brothers for no ground, so better be prepared. We are coming for you. That writings lead the council members, all of them came to the barracks, Yundum. Camp 95, Yaya Jammeh, Edward Singate, Sana Sabali, Yankoba Toure, Sadibu Haidara, Babukar Jata, all of them came there. They fall in us, we all fall in. What I mean, they assemble us. Then Yaya Jammeh himself was speaking, saying that yes, we heard that some soldiers want to overthrow my government, going up to an extent writing on the wall that yeah, they will revenge. Let them come. If anyone is sure of himself, let him come. The one that wrote that on the toilet, if he is a man, let him come, we fight physically. I was standing, then I smiled, Then they briefed. Then Babukar Jata later came, they said that if they know the one who wrote that on the toilet, they will pull him out and shoot him to death. They went up to an extent of staking compound, big money, that if they have any information about the one who wrote this thing, if anyone gives them the information, he will be compensated a plot of land and money. Yes.
Was your identity ever revealed?
No, never. They never knew that it's me until now.
This is the first time you saying publicly that you wrote that statement in the toilet.
No, this is not the first time. I remember after the impasse, the time Yaya Jammeh left, I was among the first soldier to confess. I went to Standard newspaper. There I said this thing, and I mentioned the names of the dead soldiers. Yes. It was just after the impasse, after Yaya Jammeh left. I went to Standard newspaper to reveal it there.
You are no longer in the army, are you?
No, I am not in the army.
Can you tell us the circumstances in which you left the army?
Yes, late 98, whilst I was in Yundum Barracks, one afternoon came Captain Charnos Jallo with a white lady and another man that I don't know. Then I was called upon It was around 2 o'clock in the afternoon by Captain Jallo. Then I went to CO's office where I met him. He told me that I am ordered to come and meet you by the army commander. I told him, okay. He told me that sit down. Then I sit down. While sitting, they call another soldier, one private soldier that I don't remember. He too, he came, he sit down. Without knowing what was going on, I was putting on my beret. Then I was asked by Captain Jallo to remove my beret. I removed my beret. Then they gave me a cap. I put on that cap. They asked this soldier to stand up. I stood up. We all stood up. Then the man I'm trying to tell you, I don't know him. What I hear was Captain Jallo asked him, I hear Captain Jallo asking him, do you recognize him? Then this guy looked at me, looked at the other soldier. He pointed at me. Then Captain Jallo said, oh, I don't believe it. Then they left. After they left, Captain Jallo came back to me and told me that, do you know why you've been called? I said, no, sir. He told me that this guy, he came with a report, the army headquarters, that a soldier called Sait Darboe was carrying arms, meet them on the beach, gun point them, take their money. I told Captain Jallo that, how can that be possible? I'm a clerk, I'm not performing duties. I never perform duties. I work in the office. I never signed out my weapon for more than months. How come I will take my AK-47, go up to Senegambia from Yundum Barracks, I'm not in duty. He told me that this is the information that we received. Then from there, they escort me to the cells. Whilst I was there, I went to the medic officer, sir, I told him that, sir, these people want to put me into trouble that I don't know. Please, can't you help me and write ED, give me ED, excuse duties, to go home. He asked me if I would give you excuse duties, what I will put there. I tell him that, sir, I'm not well. Then we make a plan. I make a plan with him. He told me that, you know what I will do? I will refer you to Serekunda Health Center. If you go, you ask for Dr. Kanyi. Then you talk to him, you tell him that you are suffering from TB. Then I went there, I explained my situation to him. He told me that, okay, don't worry, I will help you. He gave me excuse duties, permanent excuse duties. Then I went back to the barracks. I saw it to the medic. Then the medic took it to the military police. They told them that Sait Darboe cannot be detained because he is not well. I was released, I went home. Whilst I was home, after 1 month, 2 months, they sent one Profo regiment police called Fafa Job to come for me. Then Fafa came and met me whilst I was with my wife in the house. He told me that, Sait Darboe, you are wanted. I said, wanted again, what happened? He told me, no, they just told me to come and pick you. So I told him that, Fafa Job, you know what happened? Go back, tell them that you don't see me. He told me, no, please, let's go. I told him, Fafa Job, please, get out. Then he went. After 3 days, 4 days, he came back. He told me, Sait Darboe, please, I beg you, let's just go. Okay, I told him, no problem, wait me. Then I put on my uniform. I went to the barracks. They took me to the guard room. I was there seated until around 2 o'clock. Nobody tell me anything. RSM Sanyang came and tell me, you can go home. I went home. Whilst I was there, again, 2 months, the same Fafa job, they sent him to me again. He came and told me that, said Darboe, I came for you. Let's go. I put on my uniform. I asked him, what is the problem? He told me, anyway, let's go. I don't know. They don't brief me. I put on my uniform. I came to the barracks. After I went to the orderly room, Jamme, they used to call him Choba. He was the chief clerk then. Then I went to the chief clerk, Sergeant Jamme. I asked him, sir, what is the problem? He told me, no problem. You have CO's interview. CO going to interview you. Then the CO was Vincent Jatta. He told me that no, CO want to interview you. Then after the interview, you are going home. Then I told him no problem. Then for a while came a soldier, a lady, Mai Ture. She told me that Choba is not telling you the truth. They want to take you to orders. I say, orders for what? He told me that. I told me that, yeah, this is what they decide. Then I turn and tell Mai that I think before they will take me to orders, they have to publish it to the notice board, because we have a board where we used to publish anything that is happening, the notice board. Then I told her, I don't see nothing being published. He told me that anyway, this is the plan. Then while sitting waiting, Babukar Sanyang came, called me. I get up. I went to meet him. He told me that, yes, come, you will be escorted to meet the CO. Then he called one pro for Jatta. I forget his full name. Then Jatta marched me to the CO's office.
What does CO stand for?
Commanding officer.
Kindly proceed, please.
Yes. He marched me to the commanding officer's office, who was then Vincent Jatta, late Vincent Jatta. Then I went there. They halted me. I halt. Vincent Jatta told me that it's an order from the top that I should dismiss you. I say, wow, but what is the problem? He told me that it's an order.
Do you know where that order came from?
Of course, must come from the top, because the army go, it's a chain of command. Mm-hmm.
And who would be the top in this particular
instance? At that time,
Babukar
Babukar Jatta was the army commander. So obviously it must have come from him. Then they announced my dismissal. And I was escorted by the military police to my house. I hand over all military kits belonging to the army. Then after some times, after 3-4 months, I get arrested again and taken to Yundum barracks. I spent there 2 nights. Later,
what was it about this time?
This time, they say I am still keeping weapons, having weapon, that I don't surrender, that I have to surrender that weapon. I told them I have no weapon with me. They say, of course. Then I was taken to police headquarters. It was on Monday morning. I was escorted by MLBA, Modu Laminba, then military police, with Balukan, Lance Corporal Balukan. They escort me to police headquarters. There I was locked up for 1 night. One morning, they took me out from my cell, marched me up, last floor. They took me to one office with some detainees, but these detainees, I don't know them. I never met them. We were there sitting, waiting. Later I saw Lang Tombong Tamba open the door. He came, sit in front of us. He was looking at me. I was looking at him. Then I complimented him. He didn't collect it. He sit looking at me for a couple of minutes, then after he marched out. After the time he left, came one lady, Fatu Mane. Is a stepmother to me. She is married to my stepfather, Favanding Darboe. He came and called me aside and told me, said, Darboe, if it is true that you are hiding a weapon, please, you better return it back. Because these people from here, they will take you to mile 2. Please, I beg you, Sait, if you have it. I told her, Mom, I have no weapon with me. Then she left. As she told me that, then I seated for a couple of minutes. I opened the door. I look left. I saw nobody. I look right. I see nobody. Then I take the steps. Going down. I came up to the gate. I turned right, get out. As I was in the streets, the first taxi that I saw, I braked the taxi. I told him town trip. Where are Bakau? He tell me, do you have 200? I say, let's go. At that time, nothing was in my pocket. And he drive me to Bakau. We reached Bakau. I took him to Wasulung Kunda, one small road. I parked him there. I told him, wait me, I'm coming. I lost because I was not having money. Then I run. He never see me. Then I was having only one bicycle at that time. I took this bicycle to one of my friends called Buba Sise, known as Ray. I told him that, boy, you see, I'm just coming from Banjul police. I escaped. Please help me. I want to leave this country now. My life is in risk. From there, he count $500 and gave me. I went to Birkama. There I bought the bus to Pakaliba, where my father came from. I went there, I met my stepfather. My right eye was swallowed because I was beaten. You know, then he asked,
who beat you?
Yeah, one of the military police.
Can you tell us his name?
I forget his name, but later when it comes to my mind, I will tell you. Then
Yeah,
my daddy...
That part was not in your statement.
Yeah,
so
no.
Can you tell us the circumstances of that beating?
Yeah, it was hard slaps on my face. They slapped me, mount me and slap only 3 times.
Do you mean by mount you? They kicked you?
Yeah, they kicked me. They kicked me. I received a kick and a slap on my face. You know. Then Buba gave me this money. Then I traveled to Pakaliba. I meet my stepdaddy. I explained my problem to him. He told me, now, what do you decide now? I said, Dad, nothing but to leave the country.
But why?
Yeah,
why wouldn't you stay and face the allegations?
No, because there was no truth. And if I stay and face this allegation, as I know my people, it will not be easy with me.
Tell us about that. What was it about your people?
They decided already to take me to mile 2. And after that, I don't know what will happen. Whether I will be shot dead or I will stay there for the rest of my life, I don't know. So I just decided that, yeah, let me just leave the country for my safety.
Was that the way things happened at the time?
Yeah, of course.
Can you tell us more about that?
Yeah, because I will give you example of one of my captain, Kambi. He was accused of having an armory in his residence and a ballot of uniform in his residence, that he was ready to overthrow the government, which was not true, because we know Kambi. We know who is Kambi. definitely, if Kambi was having Amori in his house and they know it, they will run. They will all run. They will not sit there and wait Kambi. You know. So this is how Kambi was get arrested. And I remember one of...
What is Kambi's first name and rank, please?
Captain, I don't know his name. I don't know. Bakari Kambi.
Would Ibrahim ring a bell?
Ibrahim Kambi, yes. Ibrahim Kambi, a brave soldier. He was just troubled like that.
And what happened to him?
Yeah, he was taken to Mile 2.
You were afraid to suffer a similar fate?
Exactly. Exactly. Because imagine a captain like Kambi.
So you escaped police custody?
Yes, I escaped police custody, sir.
And you fled the jurisdiction?
Yes, and I fled to Senegal to Mali, Mali to Libya, I come back to Mali, to Algeria.
You essentially took the back way?
Yeah, I took the back way. To Tunis to Algeria, to Morocco to Spain. Spain, I start to travel. At least I can say I have been to 32 countries, or 33. The time I left here, I was just going. Yes.
Thank you very much, Mr. Darboe. I have no further questions for you. Mr. Chairman, I cede the witness to you.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Counsel, for that. And thank you, Mr. Darboe, for your testimony. Members of the Commission, do you have any questions? Bishop, you have the floor.
Thank you, Chairman. Mr. Sait, Darboe,
Yes.
do you know the whereabouts of RSM Sanyang and Papu Gomez?
They are still in active service.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Commissioner Kaur.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Commissioner Kaur, I just want clarification on what you mean by bayonet. Some of us are not, some of us don't understand what that means. Bayonet.
Bayonet.
Yes, bayonet.
Yeah, it's a military knife. It's a knife that is used by the military. Yeah, that we call bayonet. Yeah.
Thank you. Commissioner Bojang.
Commissioner Boja. Mr. Darboe,
Yes.
you said you were slapped by one military police officer.
Yes.
What have you done to him which would cause him to slap you?
Nothing. Nothing absolute. Nothing. I remember the name of the soldier, sir, please. He is Dafe. Lance Corporal Dafe. Yes.
That you got it, Counsel? Yeah. Commissioner Kinte.
Yes.
When they were arrested, whether they have been taken to Mile 2 or somewhere else first, put on custody before they were lined up for execution. Do you have any idea?
They never reached Mile 2 that morning. They never. It's a fake. They were killed before. They never took them to Mile 2. No. They never. They killed them. Maro was shot by Edward Singate at Fajara Barracks on his head.
Thank you. Commissioner C. Imam C.
Waaw fekk am naa jabar suma njaboot fii laa leen bàyyi woon waaye time bi ma nekkee exile
I left my wife
dama
here,
mujjee tàggoo ak suma
but
jabar
when I was traveling, when I left the country,
so
I
bi ma ñëwaatee
separated with
fekkuma
my
fi suma
wife.
jabar fekk naa mu am beneen jëkkër
So when I returned back to the country, I found out that my wife was married to another man.
Sorry. Darboe, I'm trying to repeat my question. My question is, do you know whether Basiru Barrow and others, after arresting them, whether they were first taken to Mile 2 or somewhere else before they were executed, line of execution?
Mile 2, no, they were not taken to Mile 2. No.
Thank you. Just to explain that the reason why Commissioner Kinte has repeated his question is that the technicians just sent a message that his question was not recorded because the microphone wasn't on. That's why he's repeated it. Just for the public to know, no confusion. Commissioner Kai, you have another question?
Yes. I just want to know how many years you were in exile. For how long was it?
From 1999 to 2008. 2008, I came back.
Thank you very much indeed. If there are no other questions, Council, any other points to make?
No, Mr. Chairman. Maybe Mr. Darboe may wish to say a few words to the Commission regarding the rights violations that occurred at the relevant period, or about institutional reforms in the Army, or what he wishes to see happen in the security forces which he served. Mr. Darboe, you can say whatever you think, whatever message you want to send to the Commission or to the Gambian people for that matter. Thank you.
Thank you. I will first advise the young serving soldiers that let them not allow officers to deceive them as how they deceived us in 1994 by telling us that the government is corrupt, the army is corrupt, back us, we remove this government. If we remove this government, you will be considered. I'm advising young soldiers listening that let them not allow their officers to convince them to such actions. Secondly, I will still say to the government that let them look after the welfare of the soldiers. It was the main cause of 1994 coup d'etat, corruption. The time we were joining the army, we don't join to leave the army. We join to serve our nation, to secure lives and property. This was our main reason of joining the army. We don't join the army to overthrow a democratically elected government, but, and a big but, government especially, let them consider soldiers to avoid what has happened in the past. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, Mr. Darboe, for those closing remarks. If there are no other points to be made, we would meet again Monday morning. Is that okay, Council?
Yes,
Advice.
Monday morning, Mr. Chair. Thank you.
And I hope we have witnesses lined up for that Monday morning.
For the entire week, Mr. Chair.
Oh, splendid. Thank you very much indeed for that. No other points. Meeting is adjourned. Have a nice weekend. See you all Monday, 10 o'clock. Thank you.